What is a T2 application? The T2 application is designed to address issues where a tenant feels their landlord is violating their right to reasonable enjoyment of the rental property. Common reasons a tenant might file a T2 include harassment. This can include actions such as constant, unnecessary visits, making threats, or otherwise intimidating the tenant in a way that makes their living situation unpleasant or stressful. Illegal eviction. If a landlord tries to evict a tenant without following the proper legal procedures, this is considered an illegal eviction. This includes forcing a tenant to move out without giving proper notice, changing the locks without providing a key, or cutting off essential services like water, heat, or electricity. Interference with reasonable enjoyment. A tenant is entitled to peaceful enjoyment of their rental unit. If a landlord interferes with that, such as by making excessive noise, showing up unannounced, or undertaking disruptive renovations without proper notice, the tenant may file a T2 complaint. Constructive eviction. This occurs when the landlord makes the living conditions so unbearable that the tenant feels they have no choice but to leave, even though they were not formally evicted. Examples include turning off utilities or failing to make necessary repairs. What should a landlord do if they receive a T2? Receiving a T2 application is not something to take lightly. It signifies that the tenant believes their rights under the RTA have been violated, and the LTB will take these claims seriously. Here's how a landlord should respond. Understand the allegations. The first step is to read through the T2 application carefully. Understand the specific complaints the tenant has made. Are they alleging harassment, illegal eviction, or interference with their reasonable enjoyment of the property? Identifying the nature of the claim will help you prepare your response. Review your actions. After reading the application, reflect on the tenant's allegations. Have you recently increased visits to the property, made significant repairs, or issued an eviction notice? Consider whether the tenant's claims have any merit and review the circumstances around their complaint. Check your documentation. Keeping detailed records is critical. If the tenant is claiming illegal eviction, harassment, or another violation, you will need to provide evidence that shows you followed the correct legal processes. This might include copies of eviction notices, written communication between you and the tenant, maintenance logs, or records of any repairs or renovations. Try to resolve the issue. In many cases, it is possible to resolve a T2 complaint through dialogue with the tenant. If the issue is one of miscommunication or a minor misunderstanding, a candid conversation with the tenant might help clear things up. Apologize for any inconvenience and offer a solution that ensures the tenant's concerns are addressed. This could help prevent the matter from escalating to a full hearing. Seek legal advice. If the complaint is complex or you believe the tenant's allegations are fraudulent, it's a good idea to seek legal advice. A landlord-tenant specialized paralegal can help you understand your rights, review your case, and offer guidance on how to proceed. They can also help you prepare for the landlord and tenant board hearing, if necessary. If the matter cannot be resolved informally, it will proceed to a landlord and tenant board hearing. This is your chance to present your side of the story, so make sure you have all necessary documentation, such as copies of notices, emails, and other records. At the hearing, both you and the tenant will present evidence, and the LTB will make a decision. If the LTB rules in favor of the tenant, they may order you to stop any behavior deemed to interfere with the tenant's enjoyment of the property. You could also be ordered to reinstate services, provide compensation, or reverse an illegal eviction. The landlord could also face a fine for egregious behavior as a deterrent for future behaviors. Be sure to comply with any orders promptly to avoid further legal consequences. Any T2 application is a serious complaint involving tenant rights to peaceful enjoyment and protection from harassment or illegal eviction. As a landlord, it's crucial to address the matter promptly, maintain detailed records, and attempt to resolve the issue informally where possible. If the case proceeds to a hearing, being well prepared and responsive to the LTB's orders will help ensure a fair outcome. Like and subscribe.